Hey guys, what's going on? Eric here, bringing you guys some more D2 content. In today's video, I'm going to finally showcase my Lightning Strike Zon from Season 9. I'm going to go over the gear, I'll talk about prices, we'll look at the charms, the mercenary, the stats, the skills, all that fun stuff. And then we're going to run this map and then showcase the clear speed. Alright, let's get started. I paid 1.25 for this weapon. Ideally, it would have 50 or even 55 increased attack speed, but I wasn't able to find a really good F1 with a high ED that actually broke 50 or let alone 55. I only saw one other 55 IES posted to the trade site all season, so I'm not really sure how many there are floating around, but I only saw the one and that person didn't want to trade it. They got it first. All right, moving on to the gloves. These gloves to me, they make me really happy. They're like a shining light because I paid a gold rune for these and slammed them myself, which is insane. I was having a really bad start to the season. I actually recorded 100 cow runs, and I didn't find a high rune. Really bad start. And then I failed like my first 7 or 8 puzzle boxes. Something insane. It was horrible. So I wasn't gaining value, and then the fact that I was able to save like 6 high runes at the time with these gloves was, I don't know. It was amazing. Similar to finding my own almanac, these were like 6 to 8 high runes all season. So having a lot of bad luck, and then I found the tomb, crafted these gloves or slammed these gloves, and it kind of gave me an oomph to keep playing because genuinely, I almost quit this season. I was having such a bad start, but we persevered, and then this Zon's insane, so let's showcase it. Moving on to the first ring, I paid 6 high runes for this as well. I tried to find a perfect. There probably was one matching, but I found my wisp first, so I was kind of like going off that to find a matching ring. So it is what it is. I don't do too much physical, but enough to justify the life leech. Moving on to the ring, again, we have another ring. I paid 6 high runes for this. We got perfect 4% mana, almost perfect magic find. These are really nice for single target because the life after each kill and the mana after each kill are really great for mobs, essentially. Moving on to the boots, I paid 4 high runes for these. One of the best pairs I've seen all season. I think I've seen one other pair on a different character that I would consider trying to like mirror just so I can get a copy of their boots. But these are close to being mirror worthy. Ideally, the charge bolt would be 10 hit recovery, but it is what it is. They still look super clean. I'm glad we broke 20 MF and we broke 30-30-30 on the res. Still looks really nice. Story time with the armor. I would say for like the first like month, maybe like 6 weeks, I was trying to find a 2-socketed one of these, and everyone just kept getting 1-socket boxes, or nobody was trading an unboxed one. And then I was at work, somebody posted up a 2-socketed one of these, a +1 2-socket, and I messaged, I said, hey, I got a really good offer, I'll message you when I get home. I didn't want to like put it out there and then have him like pit me against other people offering. And then I got home, I opened up the trade site, and another +1 2-socket was posted, and it was this one. I offered 25 to that person, and he said, hey, the other guy has an offer of 30. So I said, what if I throw in my almanac, which was going for like 6 to 8 at the time? And he's like, all right, let's do it. So I essentially got this for 32 high runes. All of my facets I got for 1.25 or 1 high rune. They're all matching pink. And then I do have a 15 increased attack speed, 15 res, pink jewel in the armor as well. I think I got that for like a bourbon, something like that. Let me jump back over here to the storm shield. One of the things that I failed boxes on was another perfect 30 DR +1, and I got 1 socket on that. I had a hard time trading that for like a high rune. So +1 all storm shields were not that expensive this season for some reason, but the 2 sockets were. So I had to pay full price, paid 10 high runes for this. But yeah, didn't have to worry about failing a box, which was great. Again, we got that 1 facet for 1 or 1.25. And then the rare jewel in this is 8 all res, 21 fire res, which helps. And then we got 3 mana after each kill, and then requirements. And I got that for, I think, like a Sur rune, which is insane. All right, going with the matching pink. Moving on to the helm. I got this recently, maybe like 2 weeks ago. I would say for most of the season, I was rocking a perfect 1-socketed +2. I could have gotten a 2-socket a while ago, but so many of them were really low stats, and there were so many perfect 1-sockets posted. Everyone was failing their boxes. So I bought this unboxed for 20 high runes, boxed it myself, shit a brick, still so stoked about this. The box hit when it needed to. I think overall this season, I'm like maybe like 3 for 14 on puzzle boxes, so really trash RNG, but I hit it when it counted. And then after I got this, I wasn't like actively playing, but I would be working from home and I just hop in a game just to look at it. I don't know, it looks super sick. I would like look at it on the armory just because I finally got my Griffin upgrade. Seriously, so fun to look at still. For a while, I was looking for an amulet upgrade as well. There had been so many +3s posted, and there had been +3s with all res as well, but none of them had that faster run walk or the life after each kill, which is primarily what I was looking for. And then this got posted up for 15. I offered asking, traded it, and then I think, again, like a couple weeks ago, I needed some high runes to buy the Griffin. So I posted this up with a 10 high rune mirror fee, and then a Zon named Easy, with the Z, he bought this, gave me 10 high runes, mirrored it. He's got the other one, and he's using it on his Boson, elemental, whatever. So anyways, I got 10 free high runes, essentially, and a really sick-looking mirrored amulet, and we got our Griffin. Moving on to the Switch, I paid, I think, 6 high runes for this, 6. That's typical. Usually they start between like 6 to 8 high runes for most of the season. And then another time where the box count, although it's superficial, who cares if you got 2 sockets on your +3 BO shield, but it looks so clean. I don't know, style points. So I got this for 8 high runes, boxed it myself. Oh, so happy to see that. Moving on to the inventory, we've got 5 perfect 35s, 4 one-off perfects. I had an opportunity to get a couple upgrades at the time, but I think I was saving for other upgrades, and it's just 4 static life that I'm short, so it doesn't really matter. But most of these I got right around 1 to 1.5. I think I might have got one of these for like an ohm, and then a couple of them for like 2 high runes. For both of the FHRs I got for a goal. I paid 3.75 for this one, and I forget what I paid for this one. I got this one recently. That's the only reason I remembered the price. If I had to guess, since I got this such a long time ago, it was probably like 1.5 to 2, somewhere in that range. And then I got this Geed for a goal rune. For these matching all-res Runwalk SCs, I paid 2.5 to 3 for each of those. Really nice Annie. I paid 10 for this a while ago. I think the market was flooded because typically an Annie like this would be going for like 15 to 20 high runes, but there must have been just so many bossers and it was saturated at the time. So I got this for a really good price in my opinion. Moving on to the torch, I was rocking a 60-20 for a while. I think I paid a Sir rune for that, and then somebody posted this one that was closer to perfection for 2.5, bought it for 2.5, sold my other one for 2.5, and essentially got a little bit more light radius and energy for free, because, you know, that's the game changer. Moving on to the Mercenary, this thing's not too impressive. I would have upgraded this to be a little bit cooler, but I actually built a Rathma barb, so a lot of my extra currency was going into that build. Similar to this character, I probably would have mirrored some more items, like maybe my gloves and boots just for style points, but I actually, by the time you see the updated link to my armory, I'm going to do a timestamp, and I'll do like a live link to the thing. I think I'm going to have this mirrored. I'm in chats with buying another mirror right now. But moving on to the Mercenary. Random Infinity, not too special, rolled this myself. Gloves, I found these, rolled DS, perfect 5 fire res, pretty cool. Found this myself and slammed as well. Ideally, this would have 10 increased attack speed, and then I would have a second socket here as well, so we could get to that 102 or 105 breakpoint. But right now, I think we're hitting that 65. It's like 62 or 65, something like that. But it gets the job done. We got 3 PDR for Cannot Be Frozen Maros. I think I paid a gold rune for that. Typically, in previous seasons, these would go for like 1.5 to 3, so I got a really good price on that. I paid 5 high rune for this. Unbox, failed my box, super unfortunate, but I'm still hitting the breakpoint. Basically, if I had gotten 2 sockets here, I would have pushed to get an attack speed string and then like a 3-socketed gaze or Crown of Ages. And then I forget what I paid for this. It might have been like a Vextron, something like that. Just some plain 15 increased attack speeds on there. Actually, yesterday I was running some gardens and I found a 4015 jewel. Sold that for 8 high runes. I almost kept it, and I was thinking about upgrading this guy, but, you know, whatever. He does 5k. I do most of the damage. Good enough. All right, let's battle orders, and then we will look at the skills. All right. No bow skills, obviously. For passive, we got our 1-point wonders. I know some people potentially might put more points into Pierce, but I don't really notice it because I do, what is it, like a chain lightning? Good enough. For the longest time, I was trying out Valk because, you know, level 15, you need battle order. You'd think it would live in like a regular map, but no, it was trash. Don't put points into it unless you're able to put a lot of points into it, because it's trash. And then I'm hitting max faster run walk with Evade, and then I started to put more points into dodge to hit that 1 additional FHR. So we are hitting 52 FHR. I have 2200 life, so I could definitely swap out some charms to get 86 FHR, but I don't really notice it. 52 is good enough. And then if I were to level one more time, which I have no plans on to getting to 98, I'd put 1 more point into dodge, because I do lose that breakpoint when I forget that I ran out of battle command. All right, moving on to the stats. We do 17.5k lightning strike, which is sick, really nice. And we actually do wait, why is my physical showing? Oh, I'm not in the game. When I have might, I do 2 to 5100 physical along with my lightning, which is really nice. And then when we run into a lightning immune, we've got that 95 increased attack speed with jab doing this much physical, which is really nice. We are max block. We've got max res. We have some stacked res. If I had maybe swapped out, like I got rid of one of these charms, like moved that over, and then I got 2 more run walk, I probably could have got rid of these boots and stacked some res, and then like used war traps or something like that. I actually do have 3 mana after each go war traps, but this looked clean enough, and these boots do what I need them to do, but that's an option if you don't want to get a really nice pair of rare boots. We do have 75 magic fine. We are hitting that max frame at 95 IAS, and yeah, is that everything? Is that everything? Let's go run this map. We are going to put a timer on this. I'm hoping for 9 minutes. It'll be between like 9 and 10. Let's see. There's no increased life. There's no light absorb. We do have a reanimated horde. So yeah, hopefully we don't have bad luck. Actually, you know what? Hopefully we don't find anything, because if you don't have to pick anything up, then the map goes really fast. So that's the key. I'm going to skip some arrows just for now. And then I still have been picking up some magic amulets every now and then, primarily for crafting. I'll look at it to see if it has that +3. And then with those F gloves, I think I collected like, I don't even know, maybe like 60 pairs of F gloves, because in previous seasons, Purgatory Whirlwind Sins were doing really well. But then I crafted a decent Ether pair, posted it up, and then I wasn't able to get much for it. I think because Inferno was running that Purgatory Whirlwind Sin, it was really popular, and then people were paying a lot, because I think it was last season, I crafted Ether pair gloves, and then I slammed like, I don't know, 33 ED, something like that on them. Let's go get this IO. And I sold those for like 22 Hyrens. So I was like emptying out my mules recently, and I ended up just dropping those all on the ground, because using Vampiric or Skulls to craft gloves that nobody was trying to overpay, it just wasn't worth it. Man, we are getting stunned a ton. I wonder if there's like negative FHR in this. I don't think there is. I know I talked about that hitting 86 FHR isn't that necessary, but I'm not really sure if these maps always have whatchamacallit, snakes or the undead chargers. Off the top of my head, I've played this map a lot, and I'm like brain farting on what is actually the default monsters on here. But this season, I did play a lot of other like T1 and T2s. I just saw a game ago that somebody was trying to just get a Vextron for 50 T3 sigils. Oh, there's poison damage. I think that's what was throwing me off. I think there's poison damage on this map. For a while there, I was using 25 PLR boots. Oh wow, this guy's gonna eat. And he's dead. All right, let's move on. Oh shit, was there another one? All right, we got some GCs here. Trash, trash, trash. Let's see what it is. 4-4, not good enough. We will donate, because, I mean, you might be able to get like an Istrin. But anyways, back to the sigils. I ended up running 300 runs this season. And then just like today, I ran another 10 just for fun, because I had accumulated enough to run them. But really love the change that they did to the standard of heroes. I don't know if you guys like those as well. But in the previous season, I had done between like 200 and maybe like 250, something like that. What is that? lightning res. And I didn't find a high rune. Literally didn't find a high rune last season from doing all of those, which is horrible. But this season, if you don't find a high rune, you've got the standard of heroes, and then minimum 50 of those are going for like 1.25 all season. So I ended up buying those, and then I ended up actually finding a handful of high runes. Like one run, I found a burr and a goal in a single Uber entrance, which was insane. And I decided not to record this season just because I was just running those throughout the season. I would find the stuff and I would just run it. I wasn't trying to record it and then hoard it all and then do something at the end for a video. I didn't want to hold up my progress, but I did make a Reddit post. If you want to go find me, my Reddit is the exact same as my YouTube name here. And I broke down all of the stuff I found. All right, what do we got here? Oh, we'll save that for later. Trash. What map did we get? Ashen. It's all right. It's okay. I do run it every now and then. It's one of the other non-light res maps, but Cistern is my go-to for sure. But yeah, some of the best finds I found on my Uber Ancients was 19 life, 5 res. Found a burr. I think I found an ohm, some goals, and then I was selling, like, let's say I spent like 20 high runes on the sigils. I was able to spend or sell those for 20 high runes. I sell the sigils, sell the standard of heroes for 20 high runes. So it was definitely worth it. But I think I mentioned it where I didn't upgrade my Mercenary because I am working on a Rathma Barb. Unfortunately, I did not know that they changed Fury to Feral Rage on the Wolf Howl. Ooh, we got a pole rune. So I made a Feral Rage Rathma Barb. It can do I can do like the base level like nothing. Super easy. But I've done the T1, difficulty 1, how many times did I do it? I think I've done it like 8 so far. Ooh, that's too low. And I failed for a number of reasons. Either I messed up or I ran out of jubes. But I'm working towards that. If we do finish perfecting that, I definitely will make a video. Maybe I'll make a video just showcasing its ability to do the base level. But when Tainted Wolfstone shards are only going for like a Vextron, getting the mats, it's not really worth it at the moment. I think next season, depending on what they do with reworks, I think I do want to pay more attention to Rathma, because this was the very first season. So season 9 is the very first time I've even attempted to kill Rathma, and it was pretty fun. It's definitely like another thing to try out in terms of like skill level, because it's definitely a skill issue with my ability to kill Rathma, because like the first phase, Mendelin, super easy. Second phase, easy enough, and then when they're together, it's pretty brutal. I need to watch more videos, that is for sure. It's just funny because the video that I watched was from season 6. It was like a Woogs video, and he like just melted it. But that was back when you had Fury, and then you could actually battle command the bosses, and yeah, I had a hell of a time. It was brutal. All right, let's check the ED on that. 89, that's good enough. Let's drop that. Keep that, drop that. Don't need those runes for now. We have a ton of crafting materials. Let's keep going. But yeah, I was watching a 3-season out-of-dated video to make that build. Everyone else was making charge paladins. I would say that was the meta quite a bit. I still saw some poison jabs as well. But yeah, in future seasons, I'll probably make a charge paladin. Because the one thing that I really wanted for my Zon, I really wanted a Band of Skulls. There is a really rich player named Sideden. His Zon is called Arts Zon. I think it was last season. He had a very similar build to mine, but back then you could actually mirror the jewels. He also had mirrored jewels, and then he had a Band of Skulls. So I do still have some mats to run a few more Rathma. Wait, was that it? Am I brain farting? Did I take a wrong turn? Oh, there we go. I'm like, geez, kind of spacing. It's not my favorite orientation of this map, that's for sure. Typically, I feel like the boss is almost always down low. So if we do end up finding a band of skulls, that is going on my Zon. That is for sure. That's one thing that I know I've showed my level of wealth compared to bossers. I just never fully focused on bossing. So like, yeah, I've got really nice characters. It takes me all season to acquire them, but I still just never end up with uber items. And I have a little bit of FOMO with that. Granted, not all of them are like make it or break it builds. Like the only time I would ever use an Abyss armor, for example, is if I was going to make a cold source. So next season, I'm considering making a cold source of some sort, and an Abyss armor would be ideal, that is for sure. But that's one of the more expensive items, especially if you do get 2 sockets on that. But yeah, I still have yet to find a mirror. I forget when they introduced those. Did they introduce those in season 6? I think it was season 6. Still haven't found a mirror. And then ever since they added the tombs, I have found a few almanacs. I still have not found the navigator. So in terms of what can be found outside of bossing, haven't found a mirror, haven't found a navigator, and then obviously I haven't had any uber items. All right, we are wrapping around to finish this map up. If you guys have any questions, definitely leave a comment. Be happy to answer it. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you guys want to see more from me, subscribe to the channel. All right, die motherfuckers, die. Let's see what we got here. Trash, trash, trash. Nope, nope, that ain't it. All right, bye.